Friends, colleagues and listeners, here we are in Miami, and this is a special podcast because when you attend lots of conferences and you get the pleasure of going all around the world, you sometimes bump into special people, and I've got two of those special people with me today. One of them is Bert van der Plas, who's the Director of Operational Excellence Europe and Americas, and the other one is Davinson Prieto, who's the Regional Operational Excellence for Americas. It's great to see you, boys. And the reason you two are very special is when you come together in this industry and you meet people, some stand out more than others, and then you share certain experiences with some which are very special. And it's either because it was a great time, a tough time, or a balance of both. And I think we had a balance of both. But I absolutely loved your time, and got the chance to live with you, Bert, for a little while, which was great.
Really, yeah.
But seriously, lads, honestly, it's so nice to see you. So pleased that you're still with Saudi and doing a great job there. And I just wanted to ask you, you two are very passionate, like myself. We came together. What is it about this industry that you love so much? Either of you, just jump in.
If I can start, there's never a dull day, to be honest. Every day is different. And if you like that, then it's the best position you can have. And I do like that. So when there's a lot of things happening, then I feel really the best I can. So yeah, that's one of my motivations to stay in this business. Because you don't want to be a dull office guy, but for us, this is really about ops. And every day there is a challenge for us to do. That makes it really, really nice.
We certainly had some challenges in the early days. Yes, we did. And Davinson?
It's a passion. Basically, since I was a kid, I want to be in the industry and aviation. And every day is different. Every day you go and you find something different, wanting this to another one, and at the age you don't have a schedule. You always have to be available.
Yep.
You always have to be updated and different things. The industry changed a lot, and it's the dynamic that we have every day. We see a lot of young people coming to the industry, and obviously, we're here to support, and we're here to find a different ways to make this business better every day.
Exactly. And the other thing that I know is a common denominator is you care about people. And at the end of the day, people are what makes this business go.
Without a team, you're absolutely not.
And sometimes you can have some good people in a team. Sometimes you have a few disruptive, but you've got to deal with it. But there is nothing better than when a team ticks nicely without those negative ingredients.
But it's also a challenge, I have to say, when you see that one of your team members is not that good, that you motivate him to be better.
Yeah.
And that's also very, very nice to see when that's really materializing. So it's also one of the things I really love at this position.
Yeah, no, it is, you're right. But and also now, with post-COVID and, people wanting to not be at work, our business sometimes is not the most glamorous. People don't like to be in, cold, hot conditions, in surrounding areas that aren't the best. They would say they're not paid the most, but if you get a passion for it, it's something you can't leave.
But there is also something sad in it. I still remember, because I'm a very old guy and already long in this industry, when I started it was sexy.
Yeah.
So everybody wanted to be in the cargo or the aviation industry. And nowadays everybody thinks you're not sexy anymore because you're a polluter, and you need to be more of the clean side, the green side. And of course, I fully agree that the greener you can make it, the better it is. But it's still
practical, money.
Yeah, it still says an industry which needs aircrafts. Without aircrafts, you can't do this industry.
Exactly. It's funny what you're saying there. Well, you said when we were younger and we first came into it, the business was sexier.
Yeah.
I think our wives would probably say that when we were younger, we were sexier as well. So as we're getting older, it's getting more challenging and more difficult. But there's so many different dynamics now. And now with automation, digitization, robotics, you still need that people element to take it on board, because it's not a panacea for...
That is essential. Essential in the industry is something that, you always see people that are coming to the industry, they want to learn, they want to do something, but you need to have a good leaders. You need to have a good people, to teach you, to develop. And I think that's what we came up, to do that.
And what you said there, Davinson, I know a lot of people in this industry, and some are pretty bitter about when they leave it.
Yeah.
Because they don't feel that the next generation or even the companies are happy to take their experience. But what I found with you two, you're always willing to share, and I think, you know, if you're willing to share and you show a passion and you want people to be better than they can, they always respect that.
Yeah.
You know, no matter whether it's good times, bad times, tough times, easy times, they'll always respect the fact that you cared about them being developed. And I think that sort of coaching, I wouldn't say mentoring, but that sort of coaching and practical sign-off to give people confidence in what they're doing, that's something that's so much more important than this LMS tick boxing and, you know, just because people have to do it.
That's fully agree on this. And then what you also see, of course, some people are rigid and they say it was always like that, so we need to do it like that.
Yeah.
And I always think adapt to what's new, and if you go with that one, then that's much easier also. And you see also the improvements in the industry. Let's be honest. And I still remember we didn't have the messages going on, and now we are fully CIQ, and you can measure all your isolation because all these messages are sent in time. So
Yeah.
how easy can you make it?
Yeah, no, and that's the thing, Bert, as well, is try and make it easy with digitisation so people understand why they're doing certain things. And on that why, I was on a plane the other day from Brussels, and Wayne was sitting in the front row, looking up at me as I got. Yeah, Wayne was there. It's great. It was lovely to see him. And then seeing Mike so often, you know, is great. And then bumped into Nick back there. And I know that you've got a message for Nick, which is the fact, Nick, if you're watching this, and I hope you do, the two boys are now Brentford supporters. They can't stand Fulham.
Let me tell you a story about Nick. We didn't communicate a lot, but then suddenly I got a message, and it was when the English beat the Netherlands. So
that's Nick. That's Nick for you.
Thanks, Nick.
That's the Fulham mentality. Yeah, he's not used to having other teams like Brentford who are winning. But seriously, lads, you know, I just wanted when seeing you both together, and we've all got a strong affinity for Saudi. But seeing you both, I'm really pleased about it. Glad that you're both doing so well. You're really good lads. I loved working with you, and thanks very much for joining us on the podcast.
Completely mutual. We also loved.
Really appreciate it,
Chris. So it was a really nice time we had over there.
Yeah.
And of course now also we enjoy a lot what we're doing because that's why we stayed in the business.
Exactly. And long may you stay. Enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
And if you get to see Blondie, just tell him I'm thinking of him as well.
I will do.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, lads. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Chris.
See you, Chris.
Bye-bye.